Well, hey, y'all, and welcome to the Hillbilly Chicken Ranch. I am Susan. I'm your hostess, and I'm so glad that you're here today. We are going to have a busy, busy day, I think, ahead of us. And it looks like we have a few people already in the chat. So I'm going to begin with welcoming in Sister Winnie and Miss Rita from Rita's Roost. And, of course, Big Dude. We're so glad that you're all here. And I'm looking so forward to having a lot of people in here. I see that Yellow Dad Shirt Mr. Gene is in the house. Welcome in. Get your name written down. Well, y'all, spring is only 5 days away. Can you believe it? I know a lot of y'all are having snow and we're having frigid temperatures. They say March comes in like a lion and goes out like a lamb. I think it came in backwards this time around. It came in as a lamb and maybe going out as a lion. We will see, but I'm really excited about that. Are you suffering from spring forward lag? I know I am. I slept until 9 a.m. this morning, which is unusual for me, but I think my body just needed that extra rest this morning. We have a lot of channels that are reaching that 1K mark. I'll tell you a little bit about them in a little bit. We have our channels that we're doing the watch hours for, trying to build them up. And we are going to introduce you to a lot of channels that are needing new friendships to build up their friendship base, and we want everybody to succeed here at the Hillbilly Chicken Ranch. We want to connect and grow together. Yellow Shirt Dad said no snow here, but a little chilly, hoping for snow next year. I don't want ice. We get ice in West Tennessee more than we get snow, so I'd rather have the snow than the ice. But I'm so thankful so far. Everything is looking good outside. I do have some blooms on some of the blackberry starts that my husband planted earlier. I think back in February he planted those. So it might have been the beginning of March, but I think it was in February he planted those. And so I'm really excited to see that happening. They are growing in buckets. We have wild blackberries on the little hill by our property, but we never get anything out of that because of the birds. So we don't ever get anything out of that. I'm hoping that we can put cages around this and at least keep the chickens away from it. Hey, Good Times Homestead with Jen and Steve. Welcome in. Welcome in. I'm so glad that you're here. Get your name written down. And, of course, Dan with Handicapped Traveler. Welcome in. So glad that you're here, Dan. Well, y'all, nothing new around the Hillbilly Chicken Ranch to speak of, but we are looking forward to spring and being able to go and purchase some chickens that are already laying, and we may pick up some baby chicks. I don't know, but we're thinking seriously about doing that. We haven't made up our mind yet, but we usually go up to Kentucky to buy our chickens, and we have one specific place that we go, and they're always reasonable in price. So that's what we're hoping for still. We haven't called them to see if they've raised their prices yet. MLW Fishing Man, welcome in. I'm so glad that you're here. Get your name down. And Gail Southern Living. I hadn't seen Gail in a while, and I saw her the other night on Tuber Chat, so I was real excited to see her there. Yeah, good times. I understand. Running around cleaning house. My folks are driving out and only have one more state to go through. Gotta hustle. I understand that. We're thinking about inviting a couple from church over for St. Patrick's Day for supper, and I haven't done a thing in my house, y'all. I haven't. I'm just like you. I got to hustle and get it done. So tomorrow, guess what I'm doing? I'm going to be cleaning house all day. But we're going to get that done, and we're going to have a good time. And I also got to pull out my corned beef out of the freezer. We still got to get some carrots. Hey, big dude, welcome in. I welcomed you in just a moment ago. A lot of great channels, y'all. Black Money Corp is in the house. Welcome in. So glad that y'all are here. Got your name written down. Y'all, every week I write down your names when you come through my live. I will go and check out your channel. It doesn't matter how big a channel you are or how small a channel you are. You will get a little bit of watch time from me. If you are a brand new channel, I will give you 3 to 5 minutes of watch time the first time around. When you come back, you will get 10 to 15 minutes, and I'll do this as long as I possibly can to help all the channels grow. I also do watch hours for channels, and so my time is very limited between the two, and I really hustle to get those done. Y'all, it's so important for us to support one another, and I'm all about that support, and I want to be a support system for all channels that come through my live streams. And I love my Tuber Chat family, and most of y'all have been through Tuber Chat, and I have met most of you through Tuber Chat. Now, there's a few channels here that I have just stumbled across, and I was so excited to stumble across them and get them involved in our small channel chats. And y'all, here in West Tennessee, the sun is shining. I think it's in the 40s today. I haven't really looked at the temperature. Let me drop it real quick and see what it is. And hopefully it will tell me something good. But we did get down below freezing last night. I did bring in my ginger root that I had planted. Yeah, Handicap, I thought you did find me through Nora. And that was really neat. I love Miss Nora from the Stock Explorer. And I also love Miss LB with Wellman Outdoors. Two of my favorite channels, I think, out there. Not that I don't love all of you, but I do have a lot in common with both of those ladies. Yeah, it is a blur. After a while, it does become a blur of how you meet everyone. Yeah, Boots and Bounty, that's another great channel. Nora and Tuber Chat, yes, absolutely, Yellow Shirt Dad. We love having everybody come in. Hey, Canadian Family Life, welcome in. Y'all, how we meet, and I really should have started a list when I first started YouTube. I didn't even think about it, of how I meet different channels, because wouldn't that be great if we could remember all that and we could go back and we could find different things. But Tuber Chat actually showed up. Kevin actually showed up on my page one day, and that's how I connected with Tuber Chat. So I thought that was really neat that he found me, and I don't know how he found me, but it was really a great connection to make. It was Stephen at Mr. Boots and Bounty that told you about Tuber Chat. Yep, that's great. Gail, I think we met through Tuber Chat, to be honest with you. Most of my connections were in the beginning from Tuber Chat. And there's a lot of great channels that have moved on, and they're doing their own thing now. And I will see them pop up in my feed every once in a while. Yeah, how did you find Mr. Boots and Bounty? I don't know. Tuber Chat is Kevin K, and he does a live stream at least 3 to 4 days a week, and he changes the time up now for his live streams. But it is all about connecting channels to one another, and he will shout out channels. He has a wheel of doom where he puts your name on the wheel, and he will spin the wheel, and names will come out, and he will go and pull up that channel and talk about your channel. And that's how we connect with one another. just put in Tuber Chat Connect and Grow in the search box after this this live is over with, and you should find the channel really easy. And Kevin K also has his own channel. It's called Kevin K, Kaye, another great channel. And he is a disc jockey, and among other things. So I think it's really great that he's doing this for the community. And I don't know if I've got any of my moderators in the house, but if I do, one of the moderators can go pull Tuber Chat's link and drop it, and that would be great if they're in the house. And I think I'm going to ask Gail. Gail, would you mind being a moderator for me and doing that? And I will get you set up. If I can catch your name. It's giving me an error. I think everybody's having errors with this thing. I may not be able to do it. We'll wait and see if anyone comes in. Yeah, it's not letting me do it, Gail. Oh, that's the wrong one. Let me try going to your channel and doing it that way. No, I'll have to figure it out after the live. I could go over here. Let me just pop over here real quick. I'm going to go over here to my YouTube studio and see if I can do it that way. So y'all just hang on just a moment while I pull that up. We're so excited. I can't see the chat right now, so y'all just bear with me for just a moment. I'm so excited about how the channels are growing. And I'm seeing so many of my friends make the monetization that I started out with. I'm really excited about that. And I'm really excited about YouTube in general being the platform that we can connect with one another and grow our communities, especially with the crafting community. I seem to have navigated towards crafting community and the homesteading community and a few other communities, the gaming community. I'm trying to think of what else I've got out there. I've got a bunch of different things. Automotives, trains, you name it. I have connected with these communities. Those that collect money and coins and stuff like that. Really exciting. I didn't even know a lot of these venues were out there until I became a YouTube creator. So I'm getting over to my YouTube studio now, so it shouldn't be much longer. My laptop is a little bit on the slow side, y'all, so you have to bear with me for just a moment or two longer. And I'm going to get Gail set up in my YouTube creator. While we're doing that, while I'm waiting for the page to come up, I'm going to go ahead and start talking about channels that need watch hours. Missy's channel has been on here for a while. Missy is a great creator. She has, she does crochet. She's a gamer. She's an artist. And she also has a King James Version audio on her page. Let's see. I think I have to go down to settings for that. And she had a back injury a few years back, and she was off YouTube for about 4 years. And when she came back, she still had her friends, but she did not have her watch hours. So she's trying to rebuild her channel and regain those watch hours. Really lovely lady. She lives out in Oklahoma, and she's become a great friend to me. So if y'all would just go by and check her out. And the next one on my list is Wolf Spirit Productions. This is a husband and wife team. They travel. They are truck drivers, so they travel. And I love watching their lives. They have a dog. They have a dog, and they put the cam on the dog, which is great. Let me get in here. I'm almost there, so hang on just a minute. If I can remember how to do this. All righty, I think we've got Gail in there. Gail, you can check and see if you're a moderator now. I think you will be. And let's see if anybody's come in. Littlefoot Ranch has come in. Welcome in. Let's see who else is in here. Belt Loop 29 is in the house. Welcome in, Belt Loop. I'm catching up with the chat real quick. And Belt Loop is coming up, y'all. How about that? And Gail, if you want to come up and talk about your homeless ministry, you're welcome to in a little bit. I'm going to add Belt Loop to the stream. Badass 93 Stang is another channel that is looking for watch hours. And I will continue with this after we get well, is Belt Loop coming up? I added him to the stream. There he goes. What in the world is this thing doing? Hang on, y'all. We'll get it there. He has cars, automobiles, beautiful rides. I love listening to him talk. So Badass 93 Stang is another channel that is looking for watch hours. Hang on, Belt Loop. I'm trying to add you on, and I don't know what's going on with StreamYard. I think you're coming up now.
Yeah, it looks like I am.
Hey. I made a comment that you hadn't been on my channel in a while.
Well, it has been a little while. I've just been really, really busy.
Well, I know you're busy all the time, and I do appreciate you so very much. You were one of the first channels that reached out to me to help me along the way, and I really and truly appreciate you and Devil Dog for all that you do for the community.
Well, Devil Dog's good people, and he does help a lot of folks. I try to. I think we help folks in different ways, though. Devil Dog does a lot of technical stuff and doing things like, I know how to run StreamYard. I know how to do, but he knows a lot more than I do, especially when it comes to that Nightbot and that type of thing. In fact, he set up my Nightbot. And so I just, I try to help by bringing folks together, letting them connect with one another, that type of thing. And in fact, we had a live stream last night at midnight. It didn't start till midnight. At 1 o'clock in the morning, we had like 43 people in
there. And I'm usually on my second dream by then. I try to come by and watch later on, but I don't always get to watch the whole thing.
Never sweat the small stuff. And it's all small stuff.
I was going to say rule number 2 is it's all small stuff.
That's right. And thank you for dropping that, Gail Southern Living. She dropped my link. I don't typically drop my own link, but if other people do, that's fine. I am appreciative. It means that they're trying to share out folks and help build a community as well. But I just saw the link, and I'm pretty bad about hopping on lives. I hadn't hopped on a single live though today until yours. So I've been in the chat on a few, and to be fair, to be truthful, I've been kind of avoiding live streams lately. I've just felt a little overwhelmed in some ways, but I'm getting back to where I feel like I can, go out and see some folks. I see Rebecca's here,
Yeah,
Canadian,
welcome in, Rebecca.
and a lot of wonderful channels in your chat.
Well, thank you. And tell us about your new channels, because I hear you got about 3 more.
Well, I wouldn't exactly call them new. I've had them for a little while. I just don't focus on them as much, but I'm trying to pay them a little bit more attention. And back when I kind of started this channel, I was going through, and you listen to so many different pieces of advice. Um,
Right.
and people say, you got to have a niche. Uh, it helps you to focus on who to show your stuff to. And so a lot of times on a lot of these I've gone through and I've separated um, some of my content. For example, my cooking content is on Belt Loop 29 Can Cook. I love critters, puppies and kittens, and I'm not as crazy about cats as I am dogs, but horses and a little bit of everything. So um, I've got Belt Loop 29 Cute Critters channel, and I've also got I like to garden, although this year we may not garden as much as we have in the past. Um, but I've got my Belt Loop 29 gardening channel, and so I have been putting some more out there, and I did finally put the link to them on my main page up in the banner. But it's, I do this for fun. I am monetized, and you know, although I don't use the money that comes in, and it's not a whole lot, but whatever does come in from the channel, from the monetization, I do give away to people that I think need help. Um, I try to, well, I have a job. I have a full time job, and I just got a really good pay raise, last year. So, my job pays my bills, and it allows me to do some really good things for some other folks.
Yep. Tell me a little bit about being burnout on YouTube, because I'm sure you've been there.
A couple of times. I literally have been there a couple of times because I have a tendency to be a little OCD-ish, I guess I'd say. Um, and hey, Ashley, I see Ashley in CNC Farms in the
And yeah, and Deanna just walked in too. Thank you for coming.
well, you can get so wrapped up in doing this that and some folks get frustrated. Some folks get For me, it's more of a question of feeling, hey, Black Money Corp, good to see you. For me, it's a question of feeling like I have to do it. When I get to the point where I feel like I have to go do this, I have to go do that, it becomes more like a job for me. And I don't want another job. I don't, I'm not crazy about working the one I have. So
I'm
I want,
retired, so what can I tell you?
hey, I'm looking forward to retirement, and it's not that far away. Um, but for me, from time to time, I just get at one point, I guess, really before I started hopping into live streams, I had so many videos, shorts. I had just kind of started doing shorts, and I got so wrapped up in doing shorts that I had 5 months of shorts scheduled out. I took 5 months off. I couldn't look at another. Of course, the problem with that is that if you're not active on YouTube, they don't really push your stuff, which I didn't care at that point. And Nikki, leave that alone. I could tell by my cord or my camera started bouncing a little bit, and I didn't realize, but my puppy had started chewing on the cord. So shame on you. Um, but we went through, and I went through a period where I couldn't look at YouTube. Um, and so I stopped, and then I still had 5 months worth of videos. And about the time the 5 months were up, I said, well, hey, maybe I should look at it again. After all, at that point I had a couple hundred videos uploaded, and so I looked at it again. I went into a live stream. It was either I think it was Dave Collier camping, and so started enjoying the conversation. And at that point, I really kind of started doing more of you know adding because I was already doing shorts and I was already doing longer form content. And then so then I started adding the live streaming to it. Ran into Devil Dog, and we started. He started helping me. Well, I wasn't really concerned about uh, being monetized, but Devil Dog, that's kind of been a focus for him. He wants to have fun, he wants to help people, and he wants to go through and use it as a source of income, and I don't blame him. He is a Marine, disabled, and has kind of limited income. So, it's totally understandable why he'd want additional income.
Well, I want additional income because we're a one income household at this point. I've been disabled since 2010.
Mm-hmm.
And I'm just now starting to get everything back together physically and mentally. And I'm still working through pain issues and things like that. But this is an outlet for me because I'm home alone all day long with 2 dogs, chickens, turkeys, ducks, and a cat. I have no one to talk to. So this is a great way for me to be able to reach out to other people and get to know them. Hey, Candy Dudette, welcome in.
Hey, Candy. Yeah, I mean it is it is possible. Hey, Bud Files, good to see
Hey,
you. I mean it's possible to make some money off of here. I don't think most of the money though uh, typically comes from. I think a lot of folks get out there and hey Joy, good to see y'all. Um, the I In fact I think Joy's a new member to my channel. I think
hey, Joy.
I I get so scatterbrained and it's too early in the morning for me. Um,
Well, you work nights, don't you?
I
Most
do.
of the time. Yeah.
Well, I don't get home till about midnight, and then I'm usually up to 2 or 3 o'clock in the morning.
Yeah,
And
because you
so,
got to wind down to go
well,
to sleep.
yeah, and a lot of times well, for the long time, me and Devil Dog had that show, Good Cop, Bad Dog, and we just ended it like a week ago. We're still friends and everything. I just, time to do something different, and so it was. I had my first, Tuesday night show without doing the Good Cop Bad Dog show in a long time last night,
I
and
think I made it to that too, if I remember correctly. I was like, he's on.
yeah,
So it
and
was nice seeing you on. Um, we are all trying to get past this 1K hurdle. The majority of us on here are trying to get past that 1K hurdle. What is your best advice for us to get to that 1K?
the I got a couple pieces of advice for that, and I look at things on here in a compartmentalized fashion. I tend to look at things. Um, I try to be fairly well rounded on my channel. I produce quite a few shorts. I do some longer form content. I do live streams. I'm looking at possibly even doing a podcast, although I'm just kind of looking into that at the moment. I hadn't done anything with that. I think that some of the things that will help you get subscribers are fairly simple. Go to live streams, show up on panels whenever the opportunity presents itself. I think that when folks get to see your face, when they get to hear you talk, they get to know who you are. Then, a lot of folks, and if you think about it, a lot of hosts will say, hey, go check out this person or that person up on the panel. And a lot of times, yeah, folks, another piece of advice that goes right along with that is, if you're a mod in the channel, make it a point to drop links. Show. I guess my main point on it is really to help others. try to help other people get where they're trying to go. People don't care how much you know until they know how much you care. And so things like that get you noticed. Um, and also, I would recommend doing shorts. Some people don't care for the format, and I understand that. I don't watch a lot of shorts, but I produce a lot of shorts. Most of my subscribers, most of my subscribers have come from, shorts. Um, I think that the shorts, if you think about it, folks, think about the person that watches shorts. I think, and I could be way off base, but I think that attention spans. Quit that, Nikki. Attention spans. She's licking the heater. Bad idea. Um, People's attention spans are so short these days. That's why these 15-second, videos appeal to people. They can watch something and move on. I think they're also a little bit more impetuous, so they're more likely to hit that subscribe button, thinking, "Well, I like that. I'll hit the subscribe button. Maybe I'll have another video I like." Um, but I think that if you go through and you produce shorts, that will bring in a lot of subscribers. Show up on panels, mod and drop links. Hey, Erie Frog, good to see you.
Hey, Erie Frog and Honey and Stuff with J&J. Welcome in. Welcome in. So glad that you're here.
Good to see you, J&J. But I think that those things tend to promote your channel growing. And I think typically it's focusing on helping others. If you think about it, and all this is just my opinion. I'm no expert, but my channel has done pretty good since I started doing these things. When I first started, I would go through and I've got because I'm a police officer. I used to get 100 requests a day to be my friend on Facebook. I've kind of quit Facebook. I still have the account, but I don't go on there very often.
I left Facebook a long time ago.
I don't blame you. But I used to get like 100 subscription or friend requests a day about that. Maybe more, maybe less, but it seemed like it was around there. And so I thought, hey, all these people want to be my friend. It seems only logical that they may want to watch my YouTube videos. So I started out, and one thing I hate is I hate mass emails. I hate it when somebody sends me an email and I'm linked to 50 other people. That just bothers a stew out of me. And so I was bound and determined that I was going to send out one at a time, individual, And so I went through, and I think you could only send like 75 a day or something like that. Otherwise, they suspend your messaging. So I would send 50 a day. And I would look at my friends list. I would see who all was on my friends list, and I would go through and I would send 50 a day. I may have picked up one or two here or there, but that was so slow. I went through, and at work when I'd run into folks, and there's probably a bunch of different folks that I at work. And so I would talk with individuals as I ran into them and and I had a few people, sign up that way, but I don't think it was real effective. I've tried just about every way imaginable that I could think of to trying to get more subscribers. To me, it feels good when people, join your channel. It feels good to know that you're progressing. I mean, I don't, it's not the end of the world if it grows slow or if it grows fast. I've learned to just enjoy the journey. After all, go ahead.
I think that's one of the most important things you can tell somebody is to enjoy the journey, because it's different for each and every one of us. I've been at this for over a year now. I haven't reached the 1K yet, but I'm excited about getting there. I think that was part of the buildup for me, was being excited about getting there.
Yeah.
And I know I'm not going to make a lot of money off this. I'm not looking at a lot of money off this. But I was thinking, well, if I make money off of it, I can do giveaways and pay for the postage,
Yeah.
or
Well, sure.
be able,
I'm sorry. I was just agreeing with you.
yeah. I'm sorry, I'm walking all over you.
No, it's me. I have a tendency to just I talk too much, and especially when I got somebody to talk to, it's which is one of the things that it can be very difficult uh, live streaming at times when you're the only one up there, especially if you don't have very many people in the chat to talk to. I think that a lot of times it helps to have somebody else up on your panel with you. I think that will help uh, the conversation going. Now, you also though have a tendency to not notice as much, and I'm learning. I'm still learning on trying to pay attention to the chat and what I'm saying at the same time. And when you're as scatterbrained as I am, that can be very difficult. So,
Yeah, I have to focus. I'm focused on you, but I'm also looking over at my chat to see who's walking in because I keep a list. I'm old school. I write everything down, y'all. And I go and check out all these channels after my lives.
I
And
wish I was more disciplined to do that.
well, I've disciplined myself because I want these channels to grow. Number one, and I want to, I'm curious as to where they're at in their journey, and it helps me because I'm seeing how other people do their videos and their lives and so forth. So it really does help me along the way, but it also helps them along the way, and that's the whole key to this game of YouTube to me is to help one another.
Oh yes, ma'am. In fact, I was, while I am a police officer, I was not a police officer for a long time. I was 49 years old before I went to the police to work for the police department. And
Right.
the see, it took me 5 years to get over 2,000. My advice to create content folks want to watch. I would agree totally. Um, and that gets into a whole new area because there's YouTube is very multifaceted. Um, very multifaceted. Um, each area has different things that they're good at and different things that they're bad at. Just like you might look at live streams as a way of building hours, watch hours. Look at and your longer form content as well. I think that if you can make a video that people will return to and watch throughout it, obviously you're putting in the same amount. Well, it may take a little bit more work with editing and that type of thing and planning to for your better videos. But I got to looking at some of my videos just last night, and I've got a couple of videos that were at least that I watched and saw the analytics on last night that have hardly did anything to begin with, but the longer I'm on here and continue to produce content, the more views they continue to get. It's not like a lot of times you make a video and it shoots up and then it just kind of goes sideways.
Right.
But these videos had a line like this, and then they started going up like this, and they just they're small things like my family tomato taste test. I had about 5 different types of tomatoes out there, including a black crim, which I love. But that one continues to it may not have 100 views in a day or something, but it's had 10 or 15, sometimes 20 over the course of a couple of days. So you know, and this time of year when people start thinking tomatoes and what have you, you know, people watch a lot of it. Uh, it
Yeah, handicapped traveler said, "I'm always surprised at which of our videos get more views and keep people watching. They're the ones I think are not that great." And people are looking for what you do and that you're real, that you're not out there being fake. And I think that is, pretty much our community. I see that a lot in all of the ones that I watch anyway, is that they're very, very real. Like they're
Oh,
sitting in my living room real.
oh yes, ma'am. But for example, um, I did a video on how to keep deer out of your garden. It was and at that time when I was doing it, I guess I was focused on that the advice that says to, try to make an 8 minute to 10 minute video so that, people have, can put, YouTube can put they'll push it more and they'll put an advertisement in the middle of it and this type of thing. Anyhow, I tried to stretch out the video, and I think I was doing that with a few of them at that time, but it was one of the cringiest things I've ever produced. But people continue to watch that. I have edited it down some since, because you can cut parts out of videos on with the editor on YouTube.
Yeah.
But I did that, but and I made an updated version of that was a whole lot better. I thought basically same information, just a better video. But
Well,
people don't.
I'm sorry, I'm walking over you again. There are people out there that will redo videos. They'll take the old videos and reuse them to create new videos. And I've seen a few of them. I think Homestead Tessie's one of them. I've seen quite a few of her videos where she's reused clips. So, I mean, that is another way for us to go if we have to. We get to the point where we just can't think of new content. But I really and hopefully will never do that. I want to be able to be original all the time.
Oh yeah, well I understand. I didn't. Used just a few seconds, maybe 20 seconds of that clip to make my new video.
Well, I do that with shorts. I
You
do
know,
that with shorts now. I will use some of my clips. If I think I've got a good enough clip, I will put that out there as a short. And I'm doing it to draw people back in to watch the full video.
yes,
But
ma'am.
even if they just watch the short, they're giving me watch time.
Oh yes, ma'am. Well, that's a good question. Great question. In fact, at one point they were saying that people that watched lives, or if they came across a live from your shorts feed, it didn't count towards your hours. I don't know if it does now or not. I know they have monetized shorts, and I know that I make a penny here, a penny there off of some shorts, but not a whole lot. But I don't know if the hours that add up count towards the 4,000 hours towards monetization or not.
I really don't know either. And I'm putting them out there mainly just to fill in the weekends because the weekends are for my husband. But I know there are people out there that still want to come to my channel and see something. And so I put them out there every weekend. But, be honest with you, a lot of times my shorts are where I get my friends from. I was really surprised at that. Um, but,
I understand exactly. If you go look at your analytics, you can tell how many subscribers, how many people have connected with you over regular videos, and you can look at how many came from shorts.
right.
And the shorts is vastly outnumbered. I mean, I've got like 100 and well, let me take a look. Won't take but a second. Over the last 28 days, I've had 148 new subscribers. Um, Let me go look at the content and look at the shorts, and that'll tell me over the last 28 days, of those 76 have been from shorts.
Wow. Ashley from CNC Farms said shorts don't count until you're monetized. Then they're counted by views. So that's good to know. And see,
Or
that's information I didn't know.
the well, I know that's how it was. I just didn't know with them monetizing it whether it was still that way or not. Good to see you, Mark, over at Corner Clubhouse Cobalt. I was just talking with him last night. He's good people. but y'all know that already.
Acorn or Clubhouse Gabalt?
But over the last, well, let me look over the last, just over the last year. If I go into overview, it says I've had an increase of 1.4 thousand subscribers. And let's see, content, shorts, 1.4 thousand. But, almost half of those, 606 of those subscribers have been from shorts. So it, and I've seen periods where the vast majority have been from shorts. Let's see, over the last 90 days, 260 of them have come from shorts, and then that's of 327. So that is to me a huge amount.
Wow. Dream Big Productions says, unfortunately, earlier this year, we went to a gas station in Arizona priced at $5.999 a gallon, and the whole tank of the SUV cost us the record-breaking $103.60. We were thrilled to overpay on gas. Woohoo! Welcome in, Dream Big Productions. I appreciate you being here, my friend. I get some wonderful packages from them. It's always interesting, y'all. You need to connect with them. If you like gaming, they do children's gaming. I thought that was really interesting.
Cool. Anyhow, it's I got to agree with the folks that earlier was talking about making good content. The better your content, the longer people will watch, the more watch hours you're going to get, and it's going to, the more they'll push it out, because it's my understanding the algorithm kind of looks at how long they're watching. There's just a lot of different, so do the best job you can with every aspect that you do, and try to improve.
Thank you for coming in, Joy. I appreciate you being here. Thank you so much. Yeah, there's so many questions I could ask all day long. I'm sure there's questions in the chat about how to go about getting monetized too, but you have given some really great advice so far. I think putting out good content is number one. I'm learning not to say all the time.
Well, that's the great thing about the longer form content. You can edit those out. You just
sometimes you can, sometimes you can't.
It ain't easy.
But no, it's not.
Here's a little trick though for you when it comes to editing. Even though you may not, and depending on how you're editing, I use OpenShot Editor. And I did go through and bought me a computer. I had a new laptop I bought for editing, but I found it was buffering too much. So I went and had somebody build me a computer. It was actually T-Rock's Vittles and such, good friends of Devil Dogs. But, I have found that you can actually go through, and I can't imagine you not being able to do it on other editors as well. You can go through and edit the video so that you can separate the audio from the video, and then just delete that audio so that at least you don't hear the or the filler words. I know exactly what you're talking about.
Yeah. See, I have that problem because I'm here by myself all the time. I talk to myself. CNC Farm Ashley has a really good point here. She says, I'll upload a short video, get no views for a few hours time frame, delete and repost, then the views go to 1K plus.
Well, that just two thoughts on that. I've had, my video that my top viewed video is a short about a dog hiking a football. Playing basically playing football. You'd say hut hut, and it'll go over there, stand on the thing, and shove the football back between its back legs. It's a cute thing, and it got 165,000 views on, but that didn't happen for 3 days.
Right.
Once I upload it, I kind of leave it. And sometimes that happens. Other times, it don't. And I don't know. I do know that there's a lot of people uploading shorts. And one of the pieces of advice that I hear Mark Kratz, MC, tell is he says to put them out when you've got a lot of higher traffic. And
Right.
I can't argue with that point. I've got to where that's when I have mine scheduled. But I think sometimes if you do that, even if it don't get picked up right then, sometimes it'll pick up later. So I don't
Right.
know.
I was looking at my phone to make sure it was charged. I'm going back and forth. Um, yeah, because I know I had one video that I flubbed up on trying to get it to, it wasn't supposed to post, and then it posted double. I had two videos come out at the very same time, and one video didn't even get any views.
No.
And I couldn't figure out how to get it to take it down and redo it. So I just left it.
Do you have a laptop or a computer?
I have a laptop and I have a cell phone. That's what I use.
If you go in fact, I'll be glad to show you how to do it if you want.
Okay.
You got a second?
Yep.
All right, let me share my screen, and I'm already in the the my studio, YouTube studio. If you want, put your mouse over the thing on the screen on the bottom, and
Yeah.
then there we go. So all you do, let's say you got a video that
It's popping up. It's a little slow.
okay, go to content. This is, I think usually when you come on, this is what pops up, and then you just go to content, find the video that you want to do, click on the three dots. There's a lot of places you could click, but they just, there's the edit and the analytics, comments, monetization. Click on that and go
Well,
to download.
that's not what I wanted to do. It's up there, but it's not. Okay. Got to edit the name. I'll do the edit real quick. It's not letting the thing come up. I'll put a B behind it.
All right. I don't know. Uh,
Okay. It should be coming up.
Tell you what, go ahead and I don't
Let
know
me
why.
remove it and put it back up.
Okay.
And I was trying to highlight it and it highlighted me, and I don't know. I'm still
See,
learning all this.
that's okay. That comes with practice. And this is the YouTube studio. In fact, you can get to your channel and you can get to your studio
Well, is
just
it
by
going to pop
clicking
it up?
go to content, find the video that you want to download, and then click on the little three dots out there. You can download it, and when you download it, then you can turn around. You'll have it on your hard drive. Just make sure you make note of where you download it,
Right.
and then it's usually under your downloads. But you may have saved it somewhere else, and then you can go through and delete that video, and then you can go through and re-upload it, or you can. Here's an idea as well. You can just go through and it's listed as public, but you can
Right.
also turn around and schedule it. Pick a time and a date you want it to schedule, and then schedule, and it will take it off and basically reload it.
Oh, okay.
It'll make
Well, I
it where.
tried to do that day, and it wouldn't let me do anything. I gave up.
Well,
Let me get you and me back up there.
okay. Just go over the thing at the bottom. There we go.
Yeah, because I had that on the widescreen so that everybody could see what was going on.
Well,
And my computer's slow, so there we go.
I understand. Um, that is one thing I've been really blessed with lately, and that's this computer that I had built is fast when it comes to running on things. that was one of the most frustrating things for me, trying to edit something and have it buffer. It just was kind of a pain in the rear end.
Right.
Let's see.
Hunting and stuff with J&J said, I've been on YouTube for 7 years. I found out just do what you like. They will come. I'm now over 10K. Well, congratulations on that.
Awesome.
It's nothing that will happen overnight. Don't dwell on the numbers. It'll drive you crazy. I know. Yes, absolutely. We just have to be patient. And that's, just have to be patient about it.
I got to let my dog in. I'll be right back.
Okay. Well, while we're waiting on Belt Loop to come back, we'll go ahead and go back to the watch hours and talk about that for a few minutes. Carpenter's Self-Reliance is Mr. Jerry. He is a homesteader. He has a farm. He will talk about farm equipment, cuts of meat, because they raise their cattle and hogs and everything for meat. He will talk about that. He's a great guy. You will find all kinds of interesting things on Carpenter's Self-Reliance.
Susan, I'm sorry, I'm gonna have to go. I'm actually a little late. I get to talking and lose track of time, but I've got to go get ready for work. And you have a blessed day. Thank you for allowing me up on your panel, and thank you for being such a gracious host.
Thank you, Belt Loop. Thank you, Gary, so much for coming. I appreciate you, my friend. Hey, Rita's Ruth, welcome in, and Lark's Homesteadish, welcome in. If I've missed anybody in the chat, I do apologize. I really am excited that Gary came up and had a little talk with us about different things to help us to get to that 1K and help us to relax a little bit to take care of that. Good Times Homestead, are you leaving or did I miss something? Okay. Hang on just a minute. Let me go look. Okay, Littlefoot's internet went out for a bit. She's back listening. That's fine. And we're all in different points of places of where we want to be on the YouTube, and we're trying to get our watch hours. We're trying to build up our friends. Okay, saying bye to Gary. Okay, thank you. I thought I had missed something. Woman Outdoors is another great channel. I talk about Miss LB. She is a veteran, and I discovered the other day that she is a survivor of 9/11. I was going through some of her watch hour list. You learn interesting things about people when you go and do a binge watch. You really do learn a lot. And I love Miss LB. She is out there camping and sharing her knowledge. She will do product reviews and things like that, and wonderful lives. Her lives are always enlightening. So y'all go check out Woman Outdoors. I think she was at 2,800 watch hours not too long ago. So we're wanting to push her to that 4K so that she can get monetized. Corner Clubhouse Cabalt is a great family channel, and he does the majority of the things he does on his channel is lives, and he has one playlist, and you can go watch that. Be prepared though, because I think I went several days over his playlist before I finished it, and I still go back and try to catch up on his lives if I miss them. So I'm trying to keep going to help them get to that 4K that they're looking for. And the Inquisitive Farm Wife is another great channel. You will learn so much from this lady. She has so much knowledge to give you, and a great cook on top of that. If you like cooking shows and stuff like that, you will love her channel. She is also trying to reach that 4K mark. big dude who just left out of here, has been on YouTube, he said, for 8 years, but he has not reached the watch hours, y'all, but he has a tremendous following. Sometimes what we do is we build up friendships and they don't come back. I know I have a lot of them that don't come back. And I'm sure that all of y'all have experienced this as well. We don't know why that happens, but it does. My best advice to you is don't friend a channel unless you plan on watching them. And, we may not get around to them as often as we like, but we can still support the other channels. So let's go out there and support this young man. He really and truly has a talent for telling the gospel. And I give him kudos for being out there doing that and putting himself out there in YouTube land to reach other people for Christ. And I really think that's a great, great thing to be doing. It's probably the number one thing any of us could do, is to tell somebody about Jesus. And my friend Ashley at CNC Farm reached her 1K not too long ago. And she is trying to get her watch hours up as well. And we can really support Ashley right now because she also has a collaboration going on. And I will talk about the collaborations. Her collaboration is an open collaboration. It is hashtag Freezer Meals 23, Freezer Frenzy. It's National Freezer Month. Great time to do this. Ashley is planning on doing a giveaway, and it will be vintage cookbooks. So if you're interested in vintage cookbooks, this might be the collaboration for you. And I'm excited to be a part of it. My video is going to come out on Friday, so y'all can come watch that one for that. Thank you for being here, Jean. I really do appreciate you. And while we're on collaborations, I'm going to go ahead and talk about 3 other ones that I know about. The first one I heard about today, it's called hashtag I Made It Giveaway. It's by Crafts by Thee Rose. And I'm looking forward to checking out that collaboration because that is in the crochet crafting community. And I think that's really interesting. And I love homemade items. I really do. Chris and Larry Homestead has the hashtag 1908 cooking collaboration that I am a part of. You've already seen 2 of the videos drop. I've got another one I'm planning on dropping next week. I don't know if I'm going to make it Monday or not. I've got a lot of things going on next week, so everything's going to be jumbled up. But it is a great collaboration. They're always having some kind of collaboration, and I love this channel. They are so supportive of us smaller channels, and I really thank them for doing that. Jamie's Country Living has an open Breads 23 collaboration. I don't know if she's ended it yet or not, but it was really neat. I wanted to be a part of it, but I already had promised to be in 2 other collaborations, and I normally will not do more than 1 collaboration a month because it just overwhelms me. But these 2 that I picked seem to go hand in hand, so I was happy with that. And speaking of Jamie, she has 707 friends, y'all. So 707, let's try to push her to 800. And I'm going to go down the friends list now, and we're going to talk about them for just a moment. Just give me a second to get myself situated. Before I get started, I do ask y'all to please share this live out. I would love to get to 100 likes today. And sharing it out really does help us. So I put my banner back up, and I need a sip of water. Yeah, CNC Farm, we want to see more videos. And the 1908 cooking collaboration is out of a cookbook that Chris Maisie annotated. It is a 1908 cookbook that she has redone so that you can go back and see all these wonderful old recipes. And y'all, some of them are very delicious. Things that I have never heard of. And I like old, unique recipes. As y'all have probably seen with yesterday's recipe that I dropped, and it was monkey hips and rice. And it's a great recipe. We need to bring these recipes back to life because I went searching for monkey hips and rice. And you know what popped up? A song. A song popped up. So it was built off a song. I thought that was kind of neat. The recipe was actually served in Chattanooga at a place called Mud Pie. And so it's a Tennessee recipe. I thought that was pretty neat too. But it's probably been around a lot longer than we know of. But I thought that was really neat. And some people were commenting that it should have been named Monkey Lips instead of Monkey Hips. I didn't name the recipe. I just put it out there, y'all. So we're going to get back to our friends list now. And I hope that y'all are enjoying everything that's going on here. Hey, Joy Bless Life, welcome in. So glad that you're here, my friend. Get you on here. Handicapped Traveler, Mr. Dan, goes to some really interesting places, y'all. I enjoy walking around with him. Hey, Nitro Freak, welcome in. He goes to really interesting places, and he is handy capable, and I love that about Mr. Dan. And his beautiful wife, y'all. I still haven't learned your wife's name, Dan. You need to drop me her name, so I'll try to remember to say her name as well. He has 452 friends, and we want to see that being pushed even further. Really and truly, I think. Okay, it's Dan and Kathy. I'm going to write that down. Where are you on my list? And tell Kathy that I think she's a beautiful lady. But he has 452 friends, and I really want to see him push past 500. He really needs to be out there, y'all. Thank you, Nitro Freak. I really appreciate you coming in. Hey, Smoky Mountains Joy. This is also Joy Bless Life. And she has nature on her new channel. And I think you will enjoy that. Okay, Alfonso Simmental is not in the house today. He's probably working, bless his heart. But he is legally blind and he is musically inclined. A matter of fact, he plays by ear. Oh, he is here. Hey, Alfonso. Did I not write you down? And I love his music, y'all. He takes a song and he will play all the different parts of the song. And sometimes he will sing with the songs. He sings in English and in Spanish. He does a lot of the old public domain gospel. If you like gospel, he does some country music in there. And he loves model trains. And he lives in Colorado. He is originally from New Mexico. See, I'm remembering. He said he just got home from a manager's meeting. I got an employee of the month at the meeting. It went great. I even got to play music. Well, that is wonderful. Yeah, and I wanted to mention that Alfonso has gotten employee of the month for a second or third time. So I think that's wonderful. Congratulations, my friend. And storyteller Donnie is in the house. That's Joy's husband, if anybody wants to know. He did a new artist painting last night, bigger than usual, and you got another like from here. Thank you so much, Storyteller Donnie. I appreciate it. Alfonso has 326 friends, y'all. We need to push this young man on up the ladder. Let's get him up to 500. Y'all know what to do. Share out his videos. If you've got a community tab or on social media and other places, put his videos out there. That's how we build the community. We get other people watching, and it's great. I love doing that for everybody, and I want y'all to do it also if you can. Yellow Shirt Dad, Mr. Gene. He's new to me, but I tell you what, I've been seeing Gene everywhere. He's going to be a great supportive channel to a lot of people. I feel it in my bones, kind of thing. And he has my daddy's name. My daddy's nickname was Gene. He was a Eugene. But Gene, you will always recognize Gene because he has a yellow shirt. He has a story about the yellow shirt and why he wears it. I think it's really neat and it's catchy. And that's what people like about different channels, is there's something special about them. And his thing is the yellow shirt. He has 325 friends, and we want to push him as well past that 500 if we can. Alfonso said he got spoiled at the manager's meeting with many hugs, plus one of the district managers brought me a couple of model trains. Oh, that is awesome. So we'll be seeing those model trains on a video soon, I'm pretty sure. And y'all, I am also a sponsor for Alfonso's channel, so y'all make sure you go over there and check him out. Papa's Kitchen, and I don't think Papa's here today. He might be doing a video. But I love Papa's Kitchen. He is a great cook for anybody that loves food, loves watching cooking shows. He does a great job every time. He's even done cricket cookies, y'all. I know. Yuck. But he has 327 friends. And, all these channels, I'm telling you, they need to be pushed on out there. So I really would appreciate y'all going and checking out these channels if you haven't already, and sharing them out. Littlefoot Ranch is a channel that is going to be a rising star. I'm very certain of that. Great personality, has a lot of great information. I'm learning from her, and I want to be healthy. And she is all about talking about being healthy. So 428 friends, and we are going to push her also to that 500 mark or past that 500 mark. Y'all can drop the word Hillbilly to drop your links. And I do appreciate Gail's Southern Living for dropping so many links for me early on in the program. Blackberry Rock Homestead is another great homesteading community channel. And they are at 469 friends. And of course, they are looking for that 500 mark, which is an awesome mark. That means you're halfway to the 1K that you're looking for. And y'all, my sinuses are acting up. We have all these trees out front. They're Bradford pears, and they are horrendous for allergies. And one day, those trees are coming down, and they're going to be replaced. But I've got my trusty old Hall's cough drop. Miss Corky is not here today, but Corky's Tea Time is a very young channel. She's a sweet lady. She does machine embroidery, and she does these things for your sneakers. Butterfly wings and bat wings, y'all. You got to go watch the videos. Little short videos. Won't take you long to watch it all. But she loves tea. She loves the old teapots and things like that. and she's very laid back. I think you will like her. Right now, she has 43 friends. Y'all, let's push her to 100. Barb's Country Home. And Miss Barb, I don't think is in the house today, but she's usually here every time I do a live and very supportive of me. She's at 947 friends, and she's looking for that 1K, and she's also needing watch hours. So y'all go by and give her some watch hours if you've already friended her. Share her videos out to help her along the way. And just, be glad when somebody makes it to that 1K mark, because your turn is coming. I promise you. We talked about Jamie. Sweet Caramel Smile is not here today. She's new to me. But I am enjoying her channel. I can't tell you enough about her yet. She's at 103 friends, and we want to push her up to 200 if possible. Lark's Homesteadish. Love this channel. Love the name. They are at 166 friends, and y'all, we are looking at future superstars on YouTube with any of these channels. Any and all of these channels are going to be superstars on YouTube. One day we may get too busy to connect with one another, and I'm not looking forward to that day. But I hope that we will each remember our friends and go to visit occasionally just to say hello. Michelle Crochets in Kansas is a great lady. I love this lady. And she is at 784 friends. She's thinking about that 800 mark. Y'all, let's push her. Give her a little boost. Share her out. Pouts, Perfumes, and Panning is Tracy and her daughter. I want to say Phoebe, but I think I've got her name wrong. They do makeup, and they'll do tests of makeup. They'll do product reviews of makeup. Great channel, great ladies. They're over across the sea, I believe in England or Ireland, one of the two. Great. Anyway, they're great ladies. I really like them. 556 friends. Let's push them to 600. Dixieland Homestead is a brand new channel. She came on here last week with my messed up audio. If anybody was here, y'all can laugh about it. It's okay. She gave a great testimony, y'all. And she hung around for the majority part of my live, which I really appreciate. Hey, Nora, the Stock Explorer is in the house, y'all. Nora, you must have had your ears burning early on. Got your name down on the list. Dixieland Homestead is a brand new channel, and she has 28 friends. And I know, y'all, we have enough people that we can push her to 50 to 100 very easily. And Good Eats Homestead is the last channel I will shout out today, besides my own. Another great homesteading channel, and they're at 726 friends. So we have learned a lot of stuff on the live today, I think. I may have to go back and rewatch this and take notes from what Gary shared today. I really appreciate it. Belt Loop 29 coming up. And for my channel, my update today is 873 friends before this live started. Watch hours was 3,062.2 hours. Watch hours this week were 89. Watch hours needed is 937.8. And friends needed is 127. And y'all, I can't thank you enough for all that you do for me to help me get noticed on YouTube. It really means the world to me that y'all even come and watch alive or watch one of my videos. And I know that it means the same to you when I come to your channel. So thank you very much for being a part of this journey with me. It is a tremendous, tremendous thing for me to reach this goal. We do have some more congratulations. I'm going to name off 3 channels. I do not know if they need watch hours or not, but they just recently, within the last 2 weeks, reached their 1K. The first one is Warmstrong Adventures. This is a couple that goes and travels. And they are a great channel. They've been doing a lot of lives with I Am Betty J. Gathers. And Our New Home, who was on here last week, reached their 1K. I'm so excited for them. They're not here to celebrate with us, but we can celebrate and go by and tell these channels congratulations. And Butler Family Farms, 1K. Congratulations to all 3 of these channels. So exciting to see channels make that goal. And I'm hoping that if they come back and watch this and they are needing watch hours, that they will let me know, that they'll reach out to me either by email or post it in a comment. Either way, I'm excited about it. Hi, Cricket. Welcome in. Cricket is brand new to my channel. Thank you for coming in. We're going to be on here for a little while longer, Cricket, so just hang around. And I've got you on here. So, Cricket, if you are a active channel that has content, please let me know down below. If you're just a friend coming on, let me know that. I'm always excited either way. Thank you so much for being here with us. There's a lot of great channels that are in the chat. You can go up and check out their links. And if you have a channel, you can drop the word Hillbilly, and other people can go and check out your channel as well. All the action happens in the chat box. Now, if anybody else would like to come up on panel, you're more than welcome to. I do want to go over some items of interest that I found. Okay, you're a brand new channel. Great. That is wonderful, Cricket. We will definitely check you out. Thank you for dropping your link. So y'all go check out Miss Cricket's channel and let's build her up some friends. Okay. The JSIX. And I'm spelling it out for a reason, because YouTube seems to frown upon politics. But the Speaker of the House, Kevin McCarthy, publicly vowed for a public release of the Capitol's JSIX surveillance tapes. Capitol footage showed Capitol Police escorting a shaman to the Senate floor. And not only that, but he was escorted and shown all kinds of rooms. They would open doors and show him all kinds of rooms. Tucker released security footage of Chuck Schumer's giving tours to this shaman on January the SIX. Hey, Mennonite Farmhouse, welcome in. For those that don't know, that's Miss Leanne. And she hit her, I think it was 10K. Was it 10K, Leanne? 10K, can y'all imagine? I'm so excited for you. Okay, my question is, this shaman's name was Jacob Chansley. And there were several other JSIX political prisoners. And should they be released from prison with all this new information coming out? That's my question. There was emergency crews on the scene of a chemical plant explosion. Emery oleochemical plant in Cincinnati, Ohio. Y'all, a lot's going on in Ohio. We don't know what in the world is up with Ohio, but this is another dangerous, hazardous situation that people in Ohio were finding themselves in. Thankfully, there was no hazard to the public or surrounding businesses. But what a scary situation. You know this thing? Y'all paying attention to this thing? Wow. Mennonite Farmhouse, congratulations. There is a bill to protect religious exemption in Tennessee. It's heading to committee. The bill to protect the privacy and medical freedom of Tennessee residents is scheduled to be heard by the House Population Health Subcommittee this week. So y'all be praying about that. I agree, Rita. It should have been, they should have never been imprisoned. And, you know, we have due process of law in this nation, and they were not given due process. So it's been a big mess. Amazon's in the news, y'all. It said it was going to permanently shut down 8 of its 29 Amazon Go stores because of criminals jumping over barriers and no one there to stop them. Stores included 2 downtown Seattle stores, 2 in New York City, and 4 in San Francisco. And this will take place on April the 1st. And unfortunately, we're going to see more of this. Walmart is closing 2 final stores in Portland, Oregon. Jeremy Gard of the Oregon Retail Crime Association said shoplifting in the city has reached a crisis level and stores are losing $5 million per year due to theft. Oh, you're kidding me, Leanne. I'm surprised it hasn't made national news. There is a battery warehouse in Lancaster, Pennsylvania that's been on fire for weeks. They're suppressing news. And I am very surprised that has not made the national news. ESG. Y'all remember those initials. It stands for Environmental Social Governance Investing. The Speaker of the House, Kevin McCarthy, is ready to sign the first bipartisan bill of the year and send it to Biden's desk. The bill blocks Biden's woke ESG agenda and puts workers over Wall Street. Bill was signed. Next step, the president's desk. Congress votes to block the ESG investing. Biden is expected to veto it. And I understand that when he vetoes it, it goes back to Congress and they can still make it a law. Thank you, Cricket, for popping in. I appreciate you being here. I really do appreciate you coming through. Senator Mitch McConnell suffered a concussion after tripping at a Washington hotel and was hospitalized, and he was released from the hospital today and headed to rehab. We need to pray for our our government leaders, whether we like them or not. We need to pray for them. Hey, Woman Outdoors, welcome in. Welcome in. I'll get your name on my list. Don't want to forget to go check out your channel. I'm still keeping up with all the watch hours. I'm trying to keep up with everybody. You were mentioned just a little while ago. And we are, I've got a couple of things from Senator Marsha Blackburn. She is a Tennessee senator, and you'll see this as I read through this. Hey, Teresa at Old Ways Gardening and Prepping. Welcome in, my friend. I hadn't seen you in a while. Teresa has a great channel, y'all. She can teach you all about tinctures and things, foraging and things that you would never think of. Hey, Tuber Chat, welcome in, my friend. I'm so glad that you're here. We talked about you at the beginning of this, Kevin. People were asking what Tuber Chat was all about, so you may have some new people coming through. And I hope that we will see them in your next live. Thank you for sharing that out. I'm on the topics of interest. And this next one is a big to-do in the news. But first and foremost, I want to tell everybody it's faith over fear. Do not let fear take over. Banks in crisis since 2008 went bankrupt in the United States. Recently, it was Silicon Valley Bank, or SVB, the 18th target, or the 18th largest U.S. bank by assets. And that bank is in California. Assets exceeded $200 billion. Deposits are $170 billion. Much of it is uninsured. Hey, Team Jesus ministers. Get your name down. Okay. Janet Yellen said no bailout for the SVB, has concerns about a contagion to other banks. So she thinks that this is going to spread. The FDIC will hold an auction and find buyers for the SVB in an effort to repay the depositors. And regulators closed New York's Signature Bank, citing systematic risk, closed by the state authorities. March 12th, joint statement by Treasury, Federal Reserve, and the FDIC. So that was given by those three organizations. Yeah, Signature Bank has also crashed. U.S. regulators have bailed out the SVB customers. Customers will have access to all their money on March 13th. No losses associated with the resolution of the Silicon Valley Bank be borne by the taxpayer, which is good news. Shareholders and certain unsecured debt holders will not be protected. Senior management has also been removed. Well, Joy, you're right. The Bible basically says spread your finances to multiple places so that you don't take a hit. And it also says that your gold and your silver are cankered and will rust. Teresa says, yes, have warned everyone just to keep the bare minimum in a bank for years now. So, yeah, LB, you're correct. Even the silver and gold will be worthless. So, y'all, be ready to barter. have items ready to barter. And I've got something else that's really kind of heavy. I'm going to come across here in a little bit. But I wanted to tell y'all, don't be afraid of this. You know, we had the run back in the Great Depression, the run on banks. They were seeing it out in California. So y'all be ready. Yeah, Woman Outdoors, I'm ready for my garden. She's having snow, y'all. It's not a good thing. Maybe you could start a garden inside. Do you some herbs or something. Get it going inside. Rita's Roos said, "Oh no, man, anything but to love him." Handicapped travelers got snow too, y'all. Okay. Top 10 cities of the super rich. Are y'all ready for this? This is worldwide. Number 1, is New York. We already knew that. New York City is a huge city. Let's try gardening. Hello, my friend. Come on in. Getting your name on my list. London. No surprise there. And these are in order, y'all, from the largest to the smallest. Hong Kong. No surprise there. Los Angeles. No surprise there. Miami. Nope. And I was surprised. The biggest surprise for me was Miami was midway. San Francisco. Beijing. Singapore, Chicago, and Washington, D.C. came up last. Can y'all imagine that? And there's a lot of money floating around in Washington, D.C., let me tell you. Now we're going to move on to the list of the U.S. cities with the most homeless people in 2022. And again, this is going to be from number 1 to number 10. The largest at the top, the smallest at the bottom. Los Angeles, California. Really no surprise there. New York City, New York. Seattle, King County, Washington. San Jose, Santa Clara, and County in California. Oakland, Berkeley, Alameda County, California. Sacramento City and County, California. Phoenix, Mesa, Maricopa County, Arizona. San Diego City and County, California. San Francisco, California. And Metro Denver, Colorado. Y'all, I don't know if y'all realize this or not, but the most homeless people in 2022 was in California. How sad is that? LB's backyard, there is a tent. Okay, wages. Who is worried about money? Wages dropped for the 32nd month. Inflation was 6% over the last year and 0.4% in February. So inflation is still very much active. I don't believe their numbers. I think the inflation is a lot higher than 6%. It's warm there. That's why they go there. Yeah, but it's not warm in New York City. They're number 2 on the list. Okay, we're back to, the political arena. House Republicans win access to Biden's foreign bank docs. This is per Fox News. Per the House Oversight Committee Chairman James Comer, this includes the Biden family, including Hunter. Will they find suspicious activity? Yeah, I agree with you, Kevin. We all shop in the same places. We can all do the math. Inflation is so far out of control. It absolutely is. And I'm going to go a little bit further on this in just a minute. A sad note is that former President Carter is under hospice. He's asked Biden to do his eulogy. And pardon me for saying this, but probably the worst two presidents in our nation's history. One doing the other one's eulogy, and I just can't see that. Dollar Tree is $125. That's a 25% hike. Yeah. And there's a lot of products out there that's a lot more of a hike. I've seen some of it up to 150% hike. And they're saying 6% inflation. I'm not buying that. I really am not. We're back to Senator Marsha Blackburn. And this is something that she said. Agree or not agree, that's totally up there. In Canada, our Dollarama store has items up to $5. Wow, Kevin, that's something. Teresa says people need to pay more attention to what's actually going on when they do things and bring bigger attention to another thing. Absolutely. Well, part of the reason I do this is because all of this news a lot of times is fluff. It's covering up for something else. And I mean, it's just crazy stuff. Yeah, I agree. Woman Outdoors 2024. Fingers crossed. No, I don't cross my fingers, but I do go vote. Biden are trying to create a house of horrors, but I have news for them. Americans want normal shower heads, real washing machines that clean their clothes, and gas stoves for all their beef burgers. Thank you for coming in, Miss Rita. I appreciate you being here. Thank you for praying. Yeah, we want quality. We don't want the nonsense that's going on. Thank you, Dan. I appreciate that. Sometimes we have to bite our tongue over things. I'm just reading things that I have seen. I'm not saying right, wrong, or otherwise, but I do find it interesting. Our great Canadian dollar store is anything but these days. Yeah, it's ridiculous. You walk into the store and you can't help but get sticker shock. Yeah, Teresa, I think that there is something to that. I think that they are trying to create a master race again. I shared a while back about these babies in these little artificial wombs that they're planning on doing, and they can do up to $30,000 a year in one section of this place. Unreal. Yeah, and to make us buy electric cars and to take away our bang bang, it's just crazy. Our protection. I live on a farm. If I see something in my yard that I don't want in my yard that may harm my animals or myself, then I'm going to use my protection. And I don't want it taken away so that I can't protect myself. It just makes sense. Speaking of that, this was a developing story before I came on, and I have not heard any more about it. But multiple people were shot at the Embassy Suites in Portland, Oregon. There we are again with Portland, Oregon, y'all. There were several casualties reported, and this is something that we need to be praying about, a situation. Yeah, Tuber Chat, I agree. Even if we don't all agree on everything, I wish for everyone to ask why. To most new policy, question everything, hear both sides. Why do we need kill switches in our cars and our phones? Exactly. Electric cars, but limited electric usage. Yeah, I mean, it's an irony. You know, everything is ironic that's happening. It's just crazy. Don't understand why Portland, Oregon, though, y'all. I think everybody here knows why Portland, Oregon is in such bad shape. But San Francisco is about to pay $5 million in reparations to Black residents. And this is, you know, the slavery issue, racism, you can name it, a number of things. But what they don't understand is not everyone that is Black was a slave. Not everybody that is white was a slave holder. I have Black ancestry. I have slaves that were both Black and white in my family history. I have the proof, and I'm not out there standing in line with my hand out. It's in the past. Let's keep it in the past, but let's learn from it and not repeat it. Hey, Life with Lucretia, welcome in. I'm just reading some topics that I came across, items of interest. Hey, Rudy, welcome in. Okay, Alfonso, the link's at the link is above, but let me see if I can drop it again. And I will let you come up. And here's one for you. We were talking about Facebook earlier in this, and Meta, META, cuts 10,000 jobs. Thank you, Zuckerberg. That's all I got to say. I mean, that's crazy. Car dealerships were hit with a profitability squeeze as auto industry cracks, y'all. We're looking for a vehicle, and we're probably going to pay out the nose for a used vehicle. Auto dealerships are encountering a major problem where the auction wholesale price is increasing while the real book values stagnate. So in other words, they can't raise it up enough to make a profit off of it. This means that dealers may not be able to move cars or sell them. And this also means that shoppers have more clout in making deals. And that was per the Zero Hedge website. And I've got a couple more, but I want to throw this in here just to lighten the load. The good news is Jesus is alive. God is on his throne, and we have hope for an eternal future. All we have to do is turn to him. Yeah, used vehicles are more than some new ones today. It's really crazy. E904 ingredient. Y'all go look up these E ingredients. I was enlightened today. It is shellac. It's a shellac resin made by the female lac bug, used in wax to coat fruit. It's a glazing agent. Side effects. Now, this was really interesting because I have several of these. Never thought about it being wax on fruit. It causes hypoglycemia, which means your sugar bottoms out. Dizziness, headache, nausea, weight loss. I don't have that problem yet. Gastrointestinal disturbances. And somebody else posted it was made from lice. I don't know if that was true or not, but that was really interesting. And my last item of interest is the UK is rationing vegetables, y'all. So United Kingdom is just a step away from the United States. So we need to be able to understand what that means. Grow your food. Can't say it any plainer. Can't say it any plainer. Gordy, I agree with you. Okay, I'm going to allow Alfonso to come up. He's getting everything ready. But I do want to mention before you come on, UK, I'm sorry, there's an upcoming live after this live. It's Dave Collier Camping. It will be at 5 p.m. Eastern Standard Time or 4 p.m. Central Standard Time. So y'all go check out Dave Collier Camping after this live. And we welcome Alfonso.
Hello, Susan. How are you?
Good. How are you?
I'm blessed, man. I'm honored to be elected in Florida, man. Humble and honored, you know.
Well, it's so exciting for you, and I'm excited for you.
Yeah, you know, a lot of the store, because it was just like a manager meeting I had to go to. Someone from HR came to my house and picked me up and took me to the warehouse where the meeting was at then. It was fun, you know. They come and pick me up, the company picked me up and drove me all the way over there because they didn't want me taking the bus.
Awesome.
And they drove me back home.
Awesome.
So we had breakfast and lunch, and you know everybody's so proud of me. All the store managers, I got a lot of hugs from even the district manager. One district manager tried to pick me up off the ground, and
how exciting is that? I'm just so excited for you.
Yeah, look what I got. One of the district managers gave me this.
Oh wow! Awesome.
HO scale model trains. So
yeah, Teresa, you're absolutely right. UK has not been able to feed their own people and have always relied on other countries for food. They have a lot of losses over there, you know, and a lot of fog and a lot of things going on, and it's just really sad. We need to pray for these people, y'all. People are going to go hungry. You need to turn off your YouTube, Alfonso.
Hold on, let me check.
Yeah.
I closed the YouTube. You know, I'm getting like static.
Yeah, we got a lot of static.
How about now? Is it better?
That's better.
Okay. Can you still hear me? Because I kind of bring down the mic levels.
Yeah, we can hear you. Here we go, y'all. Rosa, but we're getting a lot of static.
Okay, still getting static.
Yes.
How about now?
A little better.
A little
Let
better?
me, yeah, let me see what they're saying in comments.
I don't know what's going on, but I've been having issues lately with my audio.
Thank you for coming in, Team Jesus Ministries, Donnie. Appreciate y'all being here.
Are you talking about like the echo or something like that?
No, it's just static, background static.
Now, are you getting it now? Because I don't hear it much on my end.
It just sounds like a lot of static in the background.
Yeah. How about now?
Make sure your YouTube tab is down. It might be that.
I don't have that open. The way I run the sound through the mixer, and from the mixer going to my computer.
Okay.
And then my organ has a preamp. So I run this one to the mixer, and it goes to the preamp. Then I run the left channel for the organ through this pedal. Sometimes I might get static.
Okay.
Because like has, and then I'm running from the mixer, running a loop through the tube preamplifier right here.
Yeah.
Has tubes, and sometimes that can produce static.
Okay.
The tubes itself.
You might want to come back and go down my live and just listen and see if you can hear the static and figure out where it's coming from the next time you're on.
Yeah.
So that you can fix that issue. But you can continue to play.
Okay. Next one I'm going to play Close to the Master.
beautiful. Alfonso, maybe you can turn your sound down a little bit on your mixer or something.
Right. I mean, if I turn on my tube amplifiers
Maybe.
and switch over to.
Just mess with it for a minute and see if you can figure it out. We have reached 2 hours in here, y'all. I can't believe the time has flown by. It is amazing. I hope that y'all have shared out this live. I really was hoping we could get up to 100 people viewing it or liking it. I don't know where I went.
Okay, I found out the problems might have to do with my microphones getting statics, picking up the radio signal, because I'm running like really long cables, like 20, 30 feet cables. So I don't know if you hear me. So what I did, brought down the gain. I don't know, can you still hear me?
Yes, I can.
How about the static?
How's the static out there, y'all? Can you tell? Tell me. I'm still hearing a little bit.
A little bit hissing.
Yeah.
Okay, I just turned down the gains on the other channels I'm not currently using.
beautiful, but you're still getting a lot of feedback on that. I think it might be your keyboard.
Okay, let me.
You might try a different instrument, Alfonso.
Okay.
And Canadian Family Life, I appreciate you telling me about your mom, and I will keep you in my prayers. You're in my thoughts and prayers. It's so hard to lose your mom. While we're waiting on Alfonso, would anybody like to share any prayer requests with me? I'll be glad to pray for you.
I don't know why. It's kind of strange. I haven't had this problem before. Can you still hear me now?
I can hear you fine.
Yeah, I don't know why. I've been having problems with static.
It's like a lot of background static going on.
Background static.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's kind of strange. I don't know what happened on my end. And then I look at upgrading my audio equipment, and it's just so expensive.
Right.
Get a new mixer that's supported by the latest software that I'm using. It's just so expensive.
Right. Well, while we're waiting for Alfonso to get ready, I want to let y'all know that I will be having my live next Tuesday. We have something very important on Wednesday that will take the entire day. So I'm going to do my live Tuesday, and then I will put my premiere on Thursday next week. So y'all be looking forward to that, and I will let you know, of course, through the community tab when those are going to be dropped. But it should be 1 p.m. on Tuesday for the live. Hopefully this will be a little easier on the ears. Yeah, that made it louder.
I just not hear myself on my end.
Oh, wow, we have 50 thumbs up, y'all. That's amazing. Awesome. Canadian Family Life said, OMG, my dog perked up as soon as he started to play and is listening too. Isn't that wonderful? Wonderful, wonderful. Well, y'all, hey, Alfonso, I'm going to cut this short today.
Okay.
I'm a little on the tired side myself. I'll let you play one more song and then we're going to close out.
Yeah, I'm kind of the same way too. We got been up since 6, 7.
Yeah.
We got to go to the manager's meeting. You know, we got to be at the warehouse by 8:30 and stuff like that. And, you know, traffic on the interstates. So,
Canadian Farmer says Canadian Family Life says she can't quite figure out where the music is coming from since our TV is off and she's used to watching it there.
grab the wrong key. Yeah, I'm not doing too well today. Like, I'm just like exhausted.
Awesome, awesome talent. Wow. You really do deserve to be Employee of the Month and Musician of the Year. Thank you so much, Alfonso, for coming up. I really do appreciate you. I appreciate Belt Loop 29 for coming up and being my guest today, and everyone that is in the chat today. Thank you so much for being a part of this. Thank you so much for your comments. And I hope to see you next week on Tuesday, not Wednesday.
Right.
Be blessed, everybody. May the Lord bless you and keep you. Remember, He loves you from the top of your head to the soles of your feet and everything in between. Thank you again, everybody.
Thank you. Have a blessed day.
You too.